Hey guys, welcome out here to the shop. It seems like nowadays everybody's talking about their benches and what they do for them, and little tips and tricks here and there to get them by. I figured in this short little clip I'd go over some quick things that I do with my bench that gets me by. I don't have a one of those big heavy duty benches for hand tool use, but I make do with what I have. I've had this bench for about 5 years now. It's made out of 2x6s, 2x8, and some 4x4 with a shelf underneath that has OSB as the actual shelf. And I just wanted to talk about a couple things on it. Alright, first off I wanted to show you how clean my bench was. It's got a notepad on there, some old magazines that my grandfather gave me, and then I got a shelf up top that has all my hand planes on it, well, most of them, and that's where they reside. Also, you can never get away with having too many safety glasses. I've got some in there and some just laying around. From the front side we'll go is this little clamp right here. It's a Bessey clamp. I've actually carved out a hole in the 2x8 to the 2x6 meeting, and then from underneath I've came up with 2 screws to hold it in place, and it's solid, doesn't move. Like I said, this is a bench I made when I first moved into the house that I wanted to get by with just for whatever I needed. Underneath you can see I have a shelf. It's about 30 or so inches deep, so there is some things that get lost back there. I know I see a circular saw and another bag that's back there. I don't even know what's in that bag. The legs are just out of 4x4s treated. I had them laying around the outside when I built this. It's all nailed together. And then I don't have any kind of bench dogs or anything like that, but I do like hand planing, so I did this. It's probably not the first one to ever do it, but I've got a clamp right here that's holding a little piece of old hickory flooring, and that's what I use as a block to hold my pieces. I want to come up with some kind of design where I can wedge in whatever I'm working on this side. That way it makes the whole thing really solid. The table does, or the bench does rock a little bit when you're hand planing, but it's not where you can't get by with it. And then as you can see that I use my legs to hold some clamps. I use those whenever I'm dealing with lawn boards, edge joining. If I need to set them up on the side, I'll show you that in a second on how I do that. But as you can see, that's the basics of the bench. It's really tall. I think it's almost 40 inches tall. So I'd like it a little shorter, but I'll show you how I use those clamps. Alright, so this is how I kind of do a quick edge joining on some water boards. As you can see, if you have the clamp open and you put it in, for me that's pretty tall. I don't like it being that tall. So what I'll actually do is grab a clamp from down here, and I'll drop this board down, and I'll they say it's quick. I'll be able to clamp that right there, and then I can actually take this board, or this clamp down on this end, clamp it right there, and then you can grab whatever plane you want and just go. And it's still kind of high, but it's manageable, and it's not. I'm kind of used to it now, but that's how I get by with the water boards, so that you don't have to worry about them being way up here. You just do it down a little bit lower. And last but not least is the You Design It, I Build It project. I know that some of you guys have been reading about it on my website and stuff like that. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update. I've been busy over the last week and a half or so with the wedding stuff. But I wanted to show you guys that I do have the two pieces cut out. I'll be edge joining them tonight and getting them glued up and put in clamps, and then I'll be working on the skirt around the base of it, and then we'll be deciding on some legs. You guys have been doing a good job picking out the things for it, and the wife's been happy with your decisions, so that's always good. But I gotta get working on this now, so thanks for joining me for the this quick update, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.